Hello everyone, how are you? Let's continue with our classes. Today we have the simple past, okay? This topic is very important. This is one of the tenses that we use the most, okay? And when we're going to talk about the past, okay? So the simple past in this case is our topic, all right? So what happens? We're going to start talking about all of the little things we have for this topic, which is a tense, okay? And what is the use for this tense, okay? Vamos al primer punto de hablar de este tiempo gramatical y son los usos. En este caso, el más común son completed actions, okay, guys? So when we talk about something, it's an action, but that action was completed. So we finished that, we did that. So it was a completed thing, okay? So completed actions is the uses. All right, guys, now we have some other thing, which is the indicator words. We have some indicator words that help us to identify that we're talking about this topic, about this tense. Entonces, por acá tenemos unas palabras que usamos habitualmente en este tiempo gramatical, tales como yesterday, the day before yesterday, and those are ayer, anteayer, last. We have the expressions using last, okay? So you can say anoche, you say last night. La semana pasada, last week. El mes pasado, last month. El año pasado, how do you say that? Last year, okay? So, and then we have an expression of time, a time expression, plus ago. Ago is something that means hace. For example, hace un minuto, 1 minute ago. Hace un minuto estábamos hablando acerca de los usos. We were talking about the uses 1 minute ago, okay? All right, guys, we were talking, that's the past, but it's the past progressive. In this case, we can say that hablamos, so it's just a simple past. Hablamos acerca de los usos hace un minuto. We talked, okay? We don't say talk it, we say talked. Remember the pronunciation? Super important, the pronunciation of the ed. Recuerden, muchachos, los verbos regulares que terminan en ed, claro está, tienen tres tipos de pronunciación. Para talk, que suena como K y termina en K, la pronunciación de esa ed es como una T. Talked. Okay, so we talked about the uses 1 minute ago. Hace un minuto hablamos de los usos. All right, guys, so for example, hace 2 horas, 2 hours ago. Hace 2 meses, 2 months ago. Hace 2 días, 2 days ago. Hace 3 años, 3 years ago. Time expression plus ago. All right. So, and then we have hace un poquito, hace un momento, hace un ratico. A little while ago. This is another expression. Y hace mucho tiempo, we say a long time ago. And then sometimes, guys, we also say, uy, el otro día, la otra vez, hace un rato, the other day I went, the other day I did, the other day I swam, the other day I ran, the other day I exercised, I talked, and then we sometimes start some sentences using the other day, okay, guys, and which is another indicator word for the past, okay, simple past. And important also to talk about the years, okay? Sometimes we say the Great Depression was in 1929, for example, okay? So we talk about certain things that happened in the time and we say the year. For example, something terrible happened in 2020. The coronavirus came to the world in 2020, all right? So we say in, and then we say the year. Okay, guys? So for example, en el 2020, in 2020, en el 2010, in 2010, en 1901, in 19, and then we say here, we separate it, we split them, 1901. Aquí lo separamos, 1901. Okay, guys? And let's continue. That is the second part of this. Remember, guys, also remember that this topic has 2 parts. Este tema en especial tiene 2 partes. La primera parte vamos a hablar de las generalidades de este tiempo gramatical. Ok, vamos a hablar de los usos, de los indicadores, palabras indicadores. Vamos a hablar esencialmente también de cómo agregarle la ed a los verbos. Ok, en la primera parte vamos a enfocarnos en los verbos regulares. Luego en la segunda parte, que será en el siguiente video, hablaremos de lo que son los verbos irregulares y toda la estructura del tiempo gramatical. Ok, so let's continue with our English. All right, so next, what's next? We have the conjugation. For all of these tenses, we have conjugations, okay? We have conjugations. And what is the conjugation of the simple, what is the conjugation of the past? So we have, for example, the verb is to, I don't know, the verb is could be to depend. All right. And what is the conjugation? So look at this. The conjugation is the simple form of the verb plus ed. So what is the simple form of the verb? Over here you have the infinitive. Este to depend es un infinitivo. ¿Cómo lo vuelvo forma simple? Porque la conjugación me dice eso. Hey, it's the simple form plus ed. Ah, okay, simple form, no to. So now you're gonna have depend. ¿Y qué le agrego? Porque falta otra parte. Okay, so I add ed. All right. So now ed. So I say depended. Depended. ¿Y por qué digo depended? Porque suena, porque termina como de. Recuerden, pronuncio at cuando suena como de, cuando suena como T, o cuando termina como D, o cuando termina como T. ¿Ok? I was thirsty. Right. So let's continue. That is the conjugation. This is the section of the conjugation. And then on the other part, we have, guys, the spelling rules. What happens in the spelling rules are only for regular verbs. Solo para los verbos que terminan en ed. Para los verbos regulares a los cuales les agregamos ed. ¿Listo? Entonces, ¿cuáles son las reglas del letreo? No es solo agarrar el verbo, for example, study, y le agrego ed. Oh, that's incorrect. For example, lie, for example, I don't know, fly, and then ed. No, that's incorrect. For example, drop, and then ed. No, that's incorrect. For example, stop, and then ed. No, eso todo está mal. Están mal escritas, ¿vale? ¿Por qué? Porque ellos tienen unas reglas que cuando terminan algo, que cuando empieza tan, que el patrón, que bueno. Entonces ahí vamos a ver todas las reglas y cómo le agregamos el ed. Okay, guys? So, rule number one, which is if a verb, and this is very general, okay? If a verb ends in E, we add the D. Si ya el verbo tiene la E, no le voy a agregar otra E, solo le agrego D, okay? Only the D. For example, okay, what happened to this? Okay, for example, like, it has the E, so I only add the D. Liked, like, liked. Next. No next. Okay, next. For example, arrive, then I say arrived, arrived. Okay, I have the E, I don't need to add the E, just the D. For example, I have decide, I already have the E, but now the pronunciation changes. Decided, decided, porque termina con sonido de D. No termina en D, pero suena como D. Decide, decide. It's a D sound, okay? So it could be D ending or D sound. What happens to the ED? I say decided, decided. Next, rule number two. Okay, if a verb ends in consonant plus Y, entonces presten atención. Si el verbo termina en consonante y le sigue una Y, what happens to this Y? ¿Qué le pasa a la Y? We change it, and now we add an I, and then we add ED. Esa Y va a caer y vamos a agregar una I latina. And then the ED, which is always in all of the regular verbs. La ED siempre la van a ver, ¿vale? Siempre va a estar porque todos son verbos regulares. Okay, for example, carry, Look at this. Termina en consonante Y. So what happens? This Y changes and then it becomes an I. Carry, carried. Next. For example, for example, here I have consonant Y. ¿Cumple con la regla? Bien, tiene que cumplir la regla, pilas. Regla número 2, si termina en Y, le quito la Y. Si termina en consonante Y, okay, consonant and Y. Then I change this Y and then I add an I and plus ED. So what happens to the Y? Because I have consonant, I change it, IED, okay? And then another example is study, study. What happens? ¿Cumple la regla? Sí. Consonante Y, quito la Y, le agrego I latina y la ED. Studied, okay, study, studied. Next, rule number 3. What happens to rule number 3? Rule number 3 is the second part of rule number 2. Rule number 2 is consonant plus Y. What happens when it's consonant plus Y? Then I change the Y for an I and then I add a D. But what happens when it's not consonant? Profe, y si no termina en consonante, sino que termina en vocal Y, pues esa es una regla. What happens here? Nothing happens. No pasa nada, sigue igualito, le agrego solo la ED. Okay, guys, so play, played. Stay, stayed. Stay safe, stay home, stay healthy. Remember, guys, in this time, we have to stay home, okay? So please stay home. Don't go out if it's not necessary. And that, okay? And stay healthy, please. Stay, stayed. Remember, consonant, sorry, not consonant. Vowel and Y, nothing happens. No cambia nada. No quito la Y, la dejo igual porque es vocal más Y. Cuando es consonante más Y, sí cambia. Okay? So when it's vowel plus Y, it doesn't change, just the ED. Next. If a verb ends in vowel plus Y, then you add the ED, okay? Just nothing happens. You don't change anything. Enjoy, enjoyed, okay? Now, rule number 4. If a verb ends in a consonant vowel consonant pattern, we double the final consonant. So notice this. Consonant, vowel, consonant. Consonant, vowel, consonant. Si tiene este patrón de consonant, vowel, and consonant, duplico la consonante. Look, we double the final consonant. And we add ed, obviously, because it's those are regular verbs, it's the simple past, okay? So consonant, so let's see, consonant, vowel, and consonant. Cumple? Yes. So what happens? I double the G, and then I say hot, hot, okay? For example, talking about the last, okay, about the last ones. Vamos a hablar de las últimas. Consonant, vowel, and consonant. Okay, is that in a rule? Yes. So I double the N. Look at this, guys. Plan, plant, plan, plant. Okay. Next. For example, stop, stop. Consonant, vowel, and consonant. I double the P and then I add the ED. Easy. Consonant, vowel, and consonant. Double the P, and then I add the ED, okay? Next, for example, drop, consonant, vowel, consonant. Double the P plus ED. For example, admit, consonant, vowel, and consonant. I take the T and I double it plus ED, okay? Easy, consonant, vowel, and consonant. Now, for all of the other verbs, you guys, para todos los otros verbos, nada, simplemente le agrego la ED. Watch, watched. Ask, asked. Next, clean, cleaned. Snow, snowed. Let me drink some juice. For example, okay, here. Note number 1. There are some exceptions to rule number 3. Look at this. Some exceptions. Entonces, la regla número 1 tiene algunas excepciones. So let's go back to rule number 1. Vamos a ver cuál es la regla número 1. Rule number 1, it says that if a verb, sorry, not rule number 1, rule number 3, era la 3. Sorry, guys. Look at this. Rule number 3, if a verb ends in vowel plus y, we add ed. Entonces la regla 3 dice, si termina en vocal más y, le agrego la ed. Pero hay unas excepciones, siempre hay excepciones, ok, usually. There are some exceptions to rule number 3. Pay, si fuera regular, pues escribiríamos esto, paid. But that's incorrect. For example, lay, we would write late. Then say, if it were regular, then we would say said. But that's incorrect, okay? All of this is wrong. Todas estas están mal. ¿Por qué? Porque son excepciones a la regla. Y esas excepciones, ¿qué pasa? Pues le quito la y la vuelvo una I latina. Paid, late, and said. There is no ed, no en la ed, okay? But just this, pay, paid, lay, late, and say, said. Okay, guys? Next. Rule number 4. Is true only for verbs that... So what happens to rule number 4? Vamos a la número 4. Regla número 4. Look at this, guys. If a verb has consonant, vowel, and consonant, we double the final consonant. Bien. Si tenemos consonante, vocal, consonante, duplicamos la consonante. Eso está claro. Pero hay una nota a tener en cuenta. Vean lo que dice. This rule is true. Esta regla es verdadera solo si los verbos tienen el acento en la última sílaba. For example, el acento es como las tildes que agregamos en inglés. ¿Ok? Prefer, ¿dónde le pondrían la tilde? Prefer, prefer, en la segunda sílaba. So, I double the consonant. Porque es verdad siempre y cuando tenga el acento en la última sílaba. The stress on the final syllable, okay? Notice the difference. Notice the difference. Visit, visit. ¿Dónde pondrían la tilde? En visit. O sea, esa tilde que yo llamo es el acento, ¿ok? En inglés. Lo que llamamos tilde en español, acá el acento donde cae en V. Visit. And visit has 2 syllables. Tiene 2 sílabas. Visit, visit, visit. Y el acento es en la primera sílaba, por lo tanto, la regla número 4 no se aplica. O sea, que voy a duplicar la T. No. ¿Ok? Pero en prefer, ¿voy a duplicar la R? Yes, because it has the accent on the second syllable. So I double the consonant. I double the consonant because of the accent. So en visit, visit cumple con el patrón de consonante, vocal, consonante. Sí, consonante, vocal y consonante. Pero ¿dónde tiene el acento? En la primera. Visit, visit. No puedo duplicar y decir visited with double T. No, that's incorrect. Okay, guys, incorrect. Because I have the accent on the first syllable. Visit, visit. Okay. Let's continue on this. And then there is another thing that we have to keep in mind, guys, and it's about rule number 4 also, que es de la consonante, vocal, consonante. También depende de algunos países. So look at this. Rule number 4 depends on which country spelling system you're using. In the American system of words ending in consonant vowel C, with consonant EL, the final L will not be doubled, okay? For example, travel, it's traveled. Cancel is canceled. But that is in America, in American spelling. But in some other countries, we have travel with double the L and cancel with double the L, okay? So it also depends on the country, guys, the spelling. And then let's practice. This is for homework, but this is gonna be in your quiz. Okay, guys? Bye. Okay, guys, yes, this is the end of the first part. Esto es para practicar, pero se los voy a dejar en un pequeño quiz. Por ahora, esta es la primera parte. La segunda parte será la estructura, okay, guys? The structure of the simple past. So that's everything for today. I'll see you later and bye.